Hi Jim, a couple of days have passed now since the derby. How do you look back now? It's a couple of days have passed. Is it elation died down yet for everybody?
I'm sure the players and the fans are still quite happy, but as a manager, I mean, literally, as that one game finishes, you start thinking about next game. That's just the nature of the job, mate. You know, you can't linger on things. It's, as I said, it was a great afternoon for the players and for the supporters in general. But as far as I'm concerned, then you know we look at we assess the players, who's fit, who's healthy, who's ready to play against Livingston on Tuesday.
How quick after the game did your thoughts turn to the Livingston game? Is it when you're going up the road after the game, or do you give yourself the Saturday night?
If you don't have a midweek game, you know, sometimes of course you can enjoy the weekend a little bit more and then start planning on Monday. But because we had the midweek game, I mean, it was almost immediate. I had a chat with Craig McPherson, you know, literally, I would say about half an hour after the game, just regarding our thoughts on Tuesday. So that's just, as I said before, I'm no different from any other manager in that aspect. That's just the nature of the job.
It's back to the cup now after the league. It's Livingston. They've made a good start to the season. You know Davy Hopkins very well. It'll be an interesting game. Yeah, I mean, an absolute outstanding season last season, and they've continued it this season as well. In the Betfred, they were outstanding, and you know, won away at Falkirk as well in the next round as well. They're in the quarter-finals away to Hibs. So you know, they've had a magnificent, probably 10 months, maybe a year or so under Davy, and as I say, they've started the campaign very resolutely. So it's going to be a real tough match. It's not one we could have, you know, maybe going to be a bit kinder with in the draw. You know, you play a championship side. It's always going to be difficult. You know my thoughts on it. I've spoken to you many times. I prefer teams from out with the division, something to freshen it up. We play them enough in the league, but Davy's got his team really organised, they're strong, they work hard for each other. Nothing less than I would expect from a Davy Hopkins team, if the truth be told. You worked with Davy here, I think it was maybe a season before he left. A lot of respect for Davy as a coach. Yeah, going very well with him. As I said, I was, you know, he was a loss to the club, but he had ambitions to be a manager, and I can fully understand that and respect that, and he was right to make that choice. And as I've mentioned, if he keeps doing well at Livingston, I'm sure he'll have admiring glances from bigger clubs, but at this moment in time, it's our job to try and throw a little spanner into the works and get a result and try and get through to the next round. Obviously it's coming so soon after a derby. Is there a temptation to make changes and freshen it up a wee bit just with that so soon after? No, there will be changes, but we always had intention to make changes anyway, no matter what game it is. You know, we look at each game individually, and then we try and get the right team to perform on that night. It's not about freshening up or resting players. It's about you know, utilising the squad that we have. We won't make dramatic amount of changes, but we will make some changes we think are relevant to this particular game. With that, any team news, Jim? Yeah, I mean, I think Michael Doyle had to come off injured on Saturday. He trained a bit today. He's not 100%, so we'll assess him. What was that injury? A calf. Just a tightness in the calf, but we didn't really want it to pull, and if it pulls you can be out for several weeks. So we think we just caught it in time. It doesn't seem to be too bad, but he is feeling it's still a bit tight. So we'll assess that tomorrow morning before we make a decision on the team. Everyone else that played in the game's okay. So you know, we'll, as I said, to hopefully get the balance right. We need to be competitive. There's no doubt about that against Livingston. They're a very competitive side. But as I said, if we show the same type of spirit and allied to the ability we've got, then I'm confident we can get through it in the next round. No ill effects from Thomas Aware. He obviously came in, done really well for someone that hadn't actually played this season. Thomas, yeah, as I said before, it was a big risk and also a big call because Conor McMahon's had done well. But we decided that we'd put Thomas in, and obviously it was the right decision because, you know, I thought defensively we did very well. Him and Ricky, I thought, handled a lot of the balls that came in towards John Sutton, and we coped with that by and large excellently. But you know, we'll have a look at Thomas again to see where he is. Again, having that first match and that adrenaline got him through it. But I suppose he probably is feeling a wee bit heavy a leg. But he needs games, so therefore, unless he tells me differently, he'll be playing. Just for yourself, we've found out today you've signed a new contract with the club. You must be pleased to yeah, I mean, I'm happy. As I said, it was the chairman approached me probably, you know, just after February, March last year sometime, and but I wanted to try and make sure, you know, we got into the playoffs, and that was really the focus. Try and get as many of the key players and nucleus of the team signed up as well, and we managed to do that. And I think that's important for the club and the structure of the club, regardless of who the manager is. I think it's always important to have that structure right, and then we could, you know, get me sorted out. But no, I'm absolutely delighted that
the chairman's got that confidence in me that he believes that that I can still be the guy to take the club forward.
Just enjoying it here to commit to that as well, your time at Morton?
Yeah, I mean, football's, as I said before, it's changed quite dramatically over the last few years. Everyone's very opinionated and get their opportunity to express their views now. But as I say, from my point of view, I love being involved in football. I love being out there with the players on the training pitch, and that adrenaline rush that a Saturday gives you. And if you're out it, you miss it. So I'm absolutely delighted about a club at Morton. As I say, I've enjoyed my time here, but we also know that you've got to keep moving forward. So we can't take a step back. You've always got to keep moving forward. It is difficult, and it becomes more and more difficult each time because everyone raises the bar. But I'm looking forward to the challenges ahead.
Excellent, Jim. Thank you very much for your time, and congratulations on your new deal, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thanks very much.